yesterday I presented at a Hollywood awards show. Old Freckles, the big fucking phony himself, went all Hollywood, rented a tuxedo. Shout out to Mr. Tux on Wilshire Boulevard. What was I going to say? Yeah, I had to do the present thing, and I just sort of wrote something. And I quickly, when I got to the Writers Guild thing, I immediately was like, wow, I should have not just written what I'm going to say once. I should have gone over this a bunch of times. So I just was kind of going over it in my fucking head. And, I thought it was just going to be a bunch of writers, but there was some, like, actors there and shit. Like Denzel was there, and who's the other guy there? James Woods. It was like, I don't know. There was like serious fucking people there. The thing was, when you go up in front of a bunch of writers, like no matter what they've accomplished, you don't know what they look like, so you can't get nervous. Like someone could literally have been sitting there and they wrote the best picture Oscar winner fucking 9 years in a row. Well, 9 years, I know what they look like, but whatever. They could accomplish shit like that. You have no fucking idea who like for the whole night, they were just pulling people out of the crowd. And I would be sitting there going, I don't know who this guy is. And then when they would say what the fuck they did, I was like, Jesus Christ. So with every person they pulled out of the crowd, like, I don't know, I just felt like the pressure was getting more and more. And I just kept muttering to myself, this is it. This is it. One and done. I'm never doing one of these fucking things again. This is not my thing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. This is stupid. These people are smart. They're accomplished. Like the shit that, some of the fucking people in the crowd, the stuff that they do, what it takes to write a movie and actually get it made and then get that fucking giant rock up the fucking hill, as opposed to me who just, hey, here's a shit joke. I think I'll try this, as I'm riding over on the subway to a club. I don't know. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Patton Oswalt hosted it. Fucking murdered. His monologue was great. His monologue was so great, I kind of forgot that I had to go up. I was just sitting there as a fan enjoying it. Fred Armisen was there, and he went out and somehow gave his credit card information. That's what he did before he said the nominees, and somehow he made that fucking hilarious. And once again, it just made me feel like, why am I here? I shouldn't be here. So I'm finally waiting to go up, and James Woods is giving some sort of Lifetime Achievement Award to Oliver Stone. Thank God this shit wasn't televised. Which is also fucking, somebody made a reference to that. Like, nobody works fucking harder than those guys, and they won't even put it on TV because nobody knows what they look like, I guess. So he tells the whole fucking story of being best friends with Oliver Stone for 35 years, and I have to go on after this shit, and that's what I just kept thinking. I started looking at my watch the way I used to back in the day when I would do nooners, which is a stand-up expression for basically you're doing a college gig, and the show is essentially at 12 noon or 1 in the afternoon. It's usually in a cafeteria, and it is a fucking nightmare. You go up there, and you have to do an hour. You have to stand in public in a fucking college cafeteria in front of, like, God knows how many, 300, 400, 500, 600 fucking college students who have no idea that there's going to be any sort of performance. Forget about a comedy show. And, like the level of just fucking, like, I think it's like, it's really hard for me to be humiliated now after doing enough of those. Like, you just get so walled off. You just accept it. You're like, okay, my life is going to suck like it's never sucked. Starting in about 3 minutes. However, in an hour and 3 minutes, I'm going to be back in my rental car, and I'm never going to see these fucking people again. That's the mindset I used to go into. I used to go up there, And I used to just psych myself up to be like, how hard can I commit to these jokes? How big of an ass can I make of myself? And just to try to not give into the horror / negative vibe of the situation. Because if you did that, I learned the hard way, you were going to burn through an hour of material in like 17 minutes. And you were going to be angry, and your agent was going to get a call. So anyways, this fucking guy went on stage and did the best Trump. I should have gotten his name. I was so fucking nervous about what I had to do. He did the best Trump impression. The fucking nuanced performance that he did. It was unbelievable. And then he did a lot of really, really fucking harsh jokes. Like, even like writers. They sit in fucking writers' room. You wouldn't think that you could get them to pull back. It's just because they're in public. And he just totally fucking committed. So I got kind of inspired by that. So long story short, I'm sitting there waiting to go on. And they mentioned that Oliver Stone, I guess, wrote Scarface, which I didn't know. And I remember my mother took us to go see that. My youngest brother was 9 at the time. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I just went out there and I sort of winged it. Told a story about how I used to think a pony was a small horse. And I can't even remember what I said, but I think it went okay. And I got off stage and I actually thought for half a second, like, you know what, that was actually kind of fun. And I realized that a lot of my aversion to award shows is just my own social anxiety of not knowing how to behave when there's a room full of people just saying positive shit to each other. Like if award shows were like absolute, I'm not talking like roasts. I don't like roasts either. I don't know what happened to roasts. Roasts to me used to be funny, and then it just became just like this, Tourette's thing. Hey, I wouldn't fuck you with a dog dick AIDS cock shit cunt. It's just like, all right. So-and-so's here. I'm not saying he wooka wooka wooka, but this guy baba daba dooble. I find them fucking mind-numbingly boring. But whatever, somewhere in between there, somewhere short of that. If it was totally negative, I would have been comfortable. So I don't know what the fuck that says about me. So I figured out what my hang-up was with the. I will say though, I still will never get past listening to fucking people talk politics and fucking the environmental issues and all of that shit. It's just like everybody knows. We already know this shit. We already know it. You're not going to inspire anybody. Like, I kind of gave a shit about the environment, but then when that guy from fucking Third Rock from the Sun said that shit about Antarctica, I was like, wait a minute. This is an important issue. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a negative cunt. Well, I am a negative cunt, but I'll never be able to get... I just think that's just like some, like... It's like the Beyonce thing. You know what I mean? Like, I never would have thought that somebody could, like... exaggerate the magnitude of creating life, but somehow she's done it. My wife gets so upset when I make fun. I don't really have any feelings either. It's just fun to make fun of her. Her fan base is just so fucking, I don't know. I was driving Nia nuts when she was watching the Grammys and stuff. Like, first of all, I don't get, why does she get like a 4-hour performance and everybody else only gets like fucking 6 seconds? Bruno Mars is running around doing a bunch of costume changes, She comes out dressed like a Batman villain and fucking does like a 45-minute set. I didn't think it was fair to the other performers. But you know what? I got to be honest with you. I don't think I could name one. Bootylicious. That's when she was with those other 2 girls that she kicked to the curb. If you're in an all-girl group, or if you're in a boy band, you can't. At this point, people have to be so fucking educated that at some point there's gonna be like one person is gonna go solo, and be extremely successful, and the rest of you are just going to be sitting around working at Staples, hoping that the person who left and is now wildly successful as a solo artist will eventually have a couple of shit albums, so they have to come back to you to do a reunion tour. You know what I mean? Like, do you think Justin Timberlake's ever going to do the NSYNC thing? Maybe he has. I don't fucking know. But all I can say, I guess what I'm saying is, if I was in a boy band way back in the day and I still had my reddish-orange hair, I would save my money. I'd be like, you know what? Someone's going to break out. I know it's not going to be me.